They love these old Wacky rigs. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Georgia Bassmaster channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. I actually filmed this intro out on the lake, but it was a little windy, so I decided to redo it. I'm gonna label this video like this is basically cheating or fishing hacks or something like that, because whenever I'm having a tough time catching fish, there's two go-to things I can do that I don't want to say are 100% chance gonna catch you a fish, but 99.5% chance. It usually works. So the first thing is, today's video is actually sponsored by KARL'S Bait and Tackle. So you guys, if you don't have a KARL'S membership, the link will be in the description below. Save you 30 to 40% off baits, Guggen baits, KARL'S, worms, anything. But lunker logs, whatever you want to order. But the first bait I want to go over is these KARL waggle worms. I'm telling you, these things are dangerous. Basically, it's just like a finesse, like zoom worm. Nothing fancy about it, except for one key detail. These things are specifically made for wacky rigging. And I don't know if you guys have ever wacky rigged, but it's basically cheating. Because anytime I put on a wacky rig, this right here is a wacky rig. Anytime I tie one of these on, you're gonna want to tie it. You're gonna want to put like an octopus or a finesse hook right there in the middle, and basically the worm is gonna do just like this in the water. So I usually Carolina rig them. You can drop shot rig it, Texas rig it, a bunch of different ways you can rig it. But the main thing is hooking it in the dead center. And the KARL'S worm has that extra big lip in the center made for your hook. And in today's video, I actually ended up catching like, I probably caught 20 fish all day. I'm probably gonna edit a lot of them out. But there was a stretch I caught 10 fish on the same worm. And that's mainly has to do with that little hump right there in the middle. It's made to be more durable than just a regular finesse worm. So these KARL'S waggle worms, this is the watermelon red. These things right here are deadly. If you guys need help catching a fish, I promise you, get you a pack of those KARL waggle worms. You'll thank me later. And we're gonna get into bait number 2 right here. And that is just a regular, I guess I don't need to open these up because you can tell I've already got some used out of the pack. But basically you're just gonna want a Texas rig stick worm, and you're gonna do it weightless. So whenever the fish are really not biting too well, I'll hook a weightless worm on. What you're gonna wanna do is flip straight into the grass on the edge of the banks, or by lily pads or anything. You're gonna wanna give it 2 twitches and just let it sit. So that worm is just gonna fall at about this rate. And you let it sit there for about 1 or 2 seconds, 1 or 2 twitches, and then they usually come and crush it. So, like I said, today's video is titled, This is Basically Cheating, and I'm gonna show you guys, I went out on the lake, I ended up using the KARL'S waggle worms and some stick baits. So make sure you guys add those fishing methods to your spring bass fishing, because I promise you it'll catch you more fish. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button. Leave this video a like, guys. Really appreciate it. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And without any further ado, I want to go ahead and get you guys into some of these fish catches. And we'll see you guys on the lake. Peace. I don't know. That's a fish, come on. Spotted bass. Hey there, buddy. I know you didn't shake off my weight.
Maybe it's time to get those spots.
On the KARL'S Amazing Bait little flick shake worm is what I call it. It's called a waggle worm. I like these because they got that ridge in the middle to hook them in. We're gonna put him in a little live well. Just had another bite. Man, them things are whacking it and just letting go of it. I mean, hit it hard. There's a bite. Not a bad one. I think it's a largie. That's a pretty good bass.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. Hey. It's a pretty good fish, maybe almost 3 pounds, maybe. Three pounds, 4 ounces. Pretty good little bass. All right, everybody. First largemouth of the day, 3 pounds, 4 ounces. Absolutely, I'm talking about whack that wacky rig. They hit them pretty aggressively. I don't know, this is probably the female. So we're gonna go ahead and get a release on it. It'll go right back there to its spawning spot. But pretty good first bass of the day, so no complaints here. Let's get back to casting. That's a fish. Not a bad one. Another largie. Like they stick in there. I see a bed over there. All right, second good largie of the day. He's down there in that sand. And I think I've caught like 5 fish on this worm. So it's lasting pretty good. I want to throw right there on that bed. I see it. Hurry up and get this hook on the worm. See if there's a fish on that bed. Just had a bite. Pretty good one, man.
Yeah.
4 pounder or so, at least.
Yeah.
They love these old wacky rigs. All right, this is like my third 3 pounder of the day. Wacky rig, like I said, is basically just cheating. So we're gonna keep fishing. I think we caught 4 fish that right there in that one spot. So 2 spotted bass, 2 largemouth. Both the largemouth were pretty good. Gonna see if we can up our size. So far I've caught nothing but 3 pounders so far. So I either want a 3 pound spot or maybe some 5 pound largies. So There's one. Come on. That's a pretty good one.
Spot, he's going crazy.
Yeah, that's a spot. Yes, sir. I love catching these things. That might be a largemouth.
Yeah.
Had me fooled. He fighting though. Alrighty. Put you back in there. Only keeping the spots today. That's a fish. Got you, sucker. Weightless worm. I'm talking about dead on the bank. I did that and I saw the waves. Ooh, I just landed right beside one. He's on. Oh, for sure. I think I landed in her bed.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Not a bad one. I saw the waves when it hit. I already knew. I was like, oh yeah. Put you a weightless worm on, man.
Yeah, I thought about it.
I'm talking about hook fell out of that one's mouth. All right, so another 3-pounder for the day. Weightless Senkos right against the bank. Doing great. So that's probably, besides a Wacky rig, Weightless Senko is probably another hack, aka cheating. Alright everyone, that is a wrap. I ended up seeing like a 7-pounder and a 9-pounder. I'm probably not going to disclose on where that location is just because I don't want you guys out here catching my fish. Just because I don't want someone, you know, going catching it before I do. So currently headed back to the boat ramp. I'll probably come back out here in a few days, maybe do some sight fishing on those 7-pounders I saw, because your boy really wants to get a big sight fish this year. So yeah, so basically the Wacky rig and the Weightless Senko, you can't beat. In my opinion, it's almost cheating. So I'll probably name this video like this is pretty much cheating or something, because it's so ridiculously easy. The fish just slay it. So anytime I'm like in a tournament or anything where I need to catch a fish, those are my 2 go-tos. So make sure you're subscribed if you're new, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.